Alex Hormozy said it's very hard to be poor when lead are banging on your business. That means it's very almost impossible for you to fall in your business if you have so many leads that are coming into your business effortlessly and every single month and every week. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you exactly the 4 ways for you to attract and convert more leads into your business. But before showing you also the 4 ways, I need just for you to understand this. There is no such things as bad business or good business, because the things that determine the success business and the failure business is only about how many leads you are attracting into your business and you are converting. That's exactly the difference between the business that are making millions of dollars every single year and the business that are making $1,000 every single month. That's exactly the difference. But the difference is also about how you are converting those leads, because they are business that are attracting leads but they don't know exactly how they can convert. So after exactly watching this video, you will be able now to attract the right lead, to get the right method that will help you to attract the right lead and also to convert them into your customer. There is one concept that you have to understand also. The concept is the funnel concept. The funnel is the concept that help you to transform stranger into your customers. That's exactly the concept that you have to build in your mind right now. So let's jump and talk about our 4 ways to attract leads. The first one is about the warm outreach. So when I'm talking about the warm outreach, you understand exactly when something is warm, that things are warm. That's a war about some things. That's exactly what we call a warm outreach. So the warm outreach is that the process that help you to attract and only talk with the people who are in your network, the people who are aware about your presence, the people who know exactly that you are doing your business, the people who know exactly that you are doing such things. That's exactly what we call a warm outreach. So how you can do the warm outreach? The warm outreach is done when you're on your social media. You have a community. In the community, they know that you are in the same community with the same interest with other people. Let me give you that an example. You are in a community with only editors or lead generation agency. You understand that you are in the right audience with a warm people who are aware that in this community you are serving that service. That's how you can start now doing warm outreach. So to do the warm outreach, the first thing that you have to do is to leverage your social network. Leverage exactly the people who are aware of your service. It can be your colleagues, it can be your followers, it can be the people who are your service. And the second way for you to attract also lead into your warm outreach is to engage with them in your network. When you are engaging with other people into your network, they will be aware about you. They will know exactly that you exist. That's exactly how you can leverage your warm outreach. And the last one, in the warm outreach, you are reaching out to people who are aware about your service and aware about you and your brand. The thing is to build a strong communication, a strong community, because on the warm outreach, people are already aware about your service, are already aware about what you are serving. So the right way for you to attract them into and convert them is only by building connection. So you are engaged with them, you build connection, and you start conversation with them. That's exactly how you can convert the warm lead into your customers. And we have the second tip of lead, the cold outreach. So the cold outreach is now you are reaching out to people who don't know exactly that you exist. Here, it's more difficult than warm outreach, because when you are doing warm outreach, it's very simple for you to reach out to people who are already aware that you exist. If you are reaching out to people who follow you, it's very easy for you to engage with them and connect with them and start conversation with them than just doing cold outreach. So on the cold outreach, the things that matter on the cold outreach is relevancy and the personalization. So the cold outreach, I will give you exactly the techniques that can help you also to convert cold lead into your paying clients. So for the cold outreach, as I said before, you are reaching out to people who don't know that you exist. You are reaching out to people who don't know that what your service is about. So when you are reaching out to them, you have to make sure that you are reaching out to them with the right reason. You have to give them the right reason why you are reaching out to them. So here are the technique that can help you to do cold outreach. So the first thing when it comes to cold outreach is you have first to have the clear idea about what is your ideal customer profile. That's exactly the first thing that need to come into your mind when it comes to do the cold outreach, because as I said before, you are reaching out to people who don't know about you, so you have to be very specific on which kind of people you are reaching out to. If you are working with B2B company, you have to reach out to people who are in B2B company. You cannot reach out to people who are in B2C industry and your service is for B2B company. So for the code, you have to first build a clear image about what is your ideal customer profile, what we said, ICP. And the second one, you build now a list of those company, a list of those person to reach out to them. So most people, when it comes to do cold outreach, they are only just take list by list of some leads on Fiverr, the Upwork. So and they start the outreach, but it doesn't work like that. That was working in back 5 years ago, but right now in 2025, doing cold outreach is becoming more difficult with all the Google and Yahoo policy. So right now, to reach out to the right people, you have to be very relevant to avoid your message to land in spam, or that's exactly. So it's very crucial for you to have a clear mind of what is your ideal customer. The second one is to build the right list. The third one, when it's come to cold outreach, now you have to verify those lists. Verify if those lists exist, because I will share with you exactly the other step that will help you to do a good outreach. So as you already verified the email address, you verify everything. So now we are now in the fourth step when it's come to cold outreach. So when you are now doing cold outreach, the fourth one is now to run your campaign. So when it's come to campaign, they are also the campaign you can run on LinkedIn outreach, you can do cold email, you can do cold DM on Instagram. And your message should be the message that brings value. I always advise people to not sell anything in a cold outreach. When you are doing cold outreach, you are reaching out to many people at the same time. That means you have to be sure that in 1,000 list of people that's reaching out to, I can get 100 people who are interested in my service. So don't ask them to book a call on the first message. Don't ask them to buy your stuff on the first message. Don't ask them to do the action of conversion in the first message. So what you have to do is only to start. And there are something that I like the most when it comes to do cold outreach is that the concept of a lead magnet. A lead magnet is a kind of a free content that you share with people in exchange with the contact address. It can be an email address, it can be phone number, it can be all those details. So when it's come to do cold outreach, you have to provide a lead magnet. A lead magnet that can be, if you are a video editor, you can ask them if they are interested to get a free video edited. So the concept is only to get them raise their hand. They say that, okay, I'm interested about getting that. So after being interested, they become now a warm lead. You have first to get them from cold leads into a warm lead. That's exactly how you can develop the right way to do a cold outreach. Because most people, when it comes to do cold outreach, they are reaching out to people and they are asking them to book a call. It doesn't work like that. Now people need first to understand what you are serving, to test the product or to test the service, so they can decide. That's exactly. You have first to get them from cold to be a warm. So a warm lead is the lead that is interested about your service, is now aware about what you are offering. Now, as I said about the lead magnet, you are sharing with them the lead magnet. Now you can now develop a strategy to increase your conversion rate. So the conversion rate is increased by mastering exactly the sales skills. So you have to develop the sales skills that can help you to convert them. But I found it very easy if people raise their hand in your for them to be converted into customer, because they already understand the importance of your service and they already got why it's so important for them to take this decision in their business. So it's very easy for you to close the client that is interested for your free service than the people who you are reaching out to them for the first time and asking them to book a call. That's not a good way to do a cold outreach. That being said, we are now talking about the third one. The third one is the content creation. So the content creation is must for people who don't have any budget. So as we talked about cold outreach, so on the cold outreach, you have to build an infrastructure to reach out to as many people as possible. If you are doing it manually, it can be like an heavy task. So you have to buy some other software that will help you to do that task. But the free way and the way that it takes time but also worthwhile, it's only about content creation. So when I'm talking about the content creation, I'm not just talking about like coming with in front of camera and starting talking about your business, start talking about what you are doing into your company. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about creating content that solve problem. So that's the right way to get clients when it comes to drive lead in your sales funnel. So you don't just to come up in front of camera and start talking about the benefit of your product, the benefit of your service. The right way to create content creation is to create content that is related with your audience and also that solve problem. If I come up and I work with B2B company that's suffering in lead generation process, so what I will do is only to take those problems, to specify exactly the pain point in this audience and start creating content only about those pain points. I will not go anyway talking about all the stuff that will not like interest them. I will not talk about the benefit of my product. I will make them aware about what they are lacking. So I will make them aware about their problem, and they will see that right person to reach out to if they need to solve their problem. So that's the right way to create content. You don't just come in front of camera and start talking about something that is not related about your business. So as I said before, you have first to create content that is related to your audience and that solve problem. Don't create just a content that's not like solve problem to your audience, and that's because you have to create content. So I will give you exactly a framework that you have to follow when it comes to create content. So the framework is called a GAP framework. I just call it GAP. So the GAP stands for growth, authority, and personality. So when I'm talking about the growth is the kind of content that help you to grow. It's kind of content that you create about the trending into your industry. If you are in AI and automation industry, you have to share also content about your industry, some news that you got from AI and how AI is revolutionizing business. And so you are creating content that help you to grow because you are talking about the trending news. So people need to be updated about what's going on in the industry. So that will help you to grow because more people will relate to that and they will follow you and you will build a good community. And on the A, as I told you, it's GAP. So the A is for authority. Authority is the kind of content that help you now to establish yourself as an authority in your industry. So if I'm doing content in a lead gen industry, I have to share my success story. I have to share exactly how I helped other people to get results that establish myself as an authority. And I will be a go-to when it comes to my audience to solve their problem. They will contact me to see, okay, we saw that you solved that problem that we are encountering right now in our company, and you helped another company to get results. So that will increase exactly your chance to be a go-to in your industry. Don't just share content. You have to establish yourself as an authority by sharing your success story about how you achieve its results and sharing exactly also the testimonials from other clients and creating the UGC content and testimonial. That's because right now people are buying from people. If you solve the problem from one person, you can also solve for them. That's exactly how they see that content. So that's exactly how you can solve more problem into your industry and establish yourself as an authority. And the last one is the personal. So the personal is more about like being vulnerable with your audience. Most of people, when they are creating content, they are talking about themselves as the perfect person. They don't encounter some failures. They are only successful. It doesn't work like that. All of us, we encounter some failure at some times. So it's very good to share with other people about your failures and your success so they can understand exactly your motivation. They will understand exactly what kind of things that bring you to start doing what you are doing right now. That's a good way for you to build a strong community. The community that know exactly your story is stronger than the community that perceive you as just a successful person. So I will just ask you a question. So the question that I'm asking you is that just take a look about some people like Alex Hormozi, Iman Ghazi, Just take a look on those successful entrepreneurs online. What things they have in common? The things that they have in common is only about their story. We know their story. We know where they started and where they are right now and where they are going. That establish themselves as guru, as people that inspire people because they are sharing with us their path, where they started. If you go on Alex Hormoz YouTube channel, you will see all the contents, the content that he created 7 years ago, the content that he created 2 years ago. So you understand exactly the past of Alex Hormoz, the past of Iman Ghazi, the past of those gurus, and you see their present and you can project their future. That's exactly how you can build a good content strategy that will establish yourself as an authority and that will help you also to land more leads in your industry. And now the last one is to run paid ads. When I'm talking about the paid, it's like something that is passionate me because when I started my business, I didn't have enough followers on my social media. Just the things I did is that as I was willing to get more leads quickly, I was running now paid ad. I was running Facebook ad and an Instagram ad. So let's say Meta ads. So I was running those ads. Why? Because I was willing to get lead as quick as possible. Getting lead as quick as possible help you also to understand the markets, starting running ads, establish your awareness so quickly than just creating content. Because if you are creating content, you are creating free content and it can take 6 months, it can take 3 months for you to be discovered in your industry. But if you are running ads, you will see that you will gain in awareness so quickly and you will validate your offer so quickly. So that's why I encourage people, if you get started, you don't have enough money to invest in ads, so you can go on content creation. But if you need just to build your quick awareness, you can invest in ads because it's very important to create ads. So by creating ads, you will be able to identify exactly if your offer is good enough to be worked with. Because if just you create content, your free content, and it take 3 months, you are building something that people are not interested about, it's like a waste of time. So you have to test your offer by creating also. It's very important for your business to create ads and to be discovered very quickly. But when it's come to run, you have also to take care about these points that I'm going to share with you. The first one is to target the right audience. So when I'm talking about targeting the right audience, anytime that I'm talking about lead, I'm talking about getting the right lead. The right lead is more important. If you can get 10 leads that are very qualified, worth than getting 1,000 of leads that are unqualified leads. So you have to make sure that when you are running, you are targeting the right people. And the second one is to start with small budget. The small budget is only for testing. You have to test. Getting qualifying lead is more about testing. And also successful business owner know exactly about this. They know that they are in testing anytime, every time they are on testing mode. If you are not ready to test as many offer and as many headline as possible, you will fall in your business quickly because it's only about testing. It's only about getting there and start testing your offer, start testing about what you are doing and if this offer is working or if this offer is not working. That's exactly how you can develop your business so quickly than other people. The last one is only to qualify and to close. You have to master exactly your closing rate. So we talk about the 4th core of getting leads into your business. The first one is about warm outreach. Start reaching out to people who know exactly who are aware about your service, your colleagues, your employee, people who are aware about your service. The second one, we talk about the cold outreach. So for cold outreach, you are reaching out to people who don't know about your service and who don't know exactly that you exist. So you have to provide to them a lead magnet that will help them to raise their hand if they are interested about your offer. The third one, content creation, because content creation is very good because you will create your awareness and your brain. So on the content creation, we talk about the content that help you to grow, the content that help you to establish yourself as an authority, and the content that help you to relate to your audience to be like a go-to in the market. And the last one, we talk about paid ads. So on the paid ad, we talk about creating that is very targeted to your audience. So now I will give you a bonus. The bonus is running also an affiliate marketing. So on the affiliate marketing, talking about you have a service and you have other people who already have some audience. So you can reach out to them, making a partnership on affiliates. Anytime that you close clients, they get percentage on the closing. So you don't have money to invest on that. Just you come to one influencer, the people who already built the audience, they already have a strong personal bond. Just to reach out to them and to you ask for them if they are ready for a partnership. So if your clients pay you $2,000, that's affiliate contract, you can say, okay, when I close a client, you get this percentage. You can get 30% off for any closing. So in 2,000 or 1,000, they can get 30% is, it's like something like $300 in any closing rate. You see that you don't spend any money on your marketing, but anytime that you close a client, you give them a percentage on what they are providing. That's the way that can help you to bring more leads into your business. So if you like it, just follow me to get more about AI business and the lead generation.